Hello friends, welcome to my channel Tag Botany. If you are new on this channel then please subscribe the channel, like the videos, share with your friends, comment and press the bell icon to get latest videos from my channel. Friends, in this video we will study family Liliaceae, which is also known as lily family. Family Liliaceae is the characteristic family of monocotyledons. We know that what are the monocotyledons? The plants which are having single cotyledon in their seeds are called as monocotyledons. The members of this family are distributed worldwide. That means they are having cosmopolitan distribution. So to study any family, we begin with the classification of that family. We follow Bentham and Hooker system of classification to classify any family. Division Spermatophyta, subdivision Angiospermy, class Monocotyledone, series Coronary and family Liliaceae. This is the hierarchical classification given by Bentham and Hooker. So let us begin vegetative characters of family Liliaceae. So while studying the habit, the members of Liliaceae are generally perennial herbs with bulbs, corms and rhizomes. So bulbs, corms and rhizomes are the underground stem modifications. So these are the bulbs of tulip and this is the rhizome. These underground stem modifications bulbs, they give rise to aerial shoot, and in the unfavorable conditions the aerial shoot dies, and in the next year when the favorable condition comes back, then these bulbs, corms or rhizomes, they give rise to aerial shoots. In this way, perennation, that means the plant lives years together, that is achieved. Then leaves of family Liliaceae, mostly the leaves are basal, alternate phyllotaxy, linear, extrapolate with parallel venation. So basal leaves are the leaves which arise from base of the plant, or they arise from the very much constricted or condensed type of stem that is present here underground. So these basal leaves are also called as radical leaves, which are present here in this family. The phyllotaxy is alternate, shape of the leaves that is linear shape, and it is having parallel venation. Veins are parallel, you can observe here. Veins in these leaves are parallel to each other, that is called as parallel venation. So let us study floral characters of Liliaceae. Inflorescence. Inflorescence is solitary or cymose, often umbellate clusters. So solitary inflorescence means single flower arises in the axial or at the terminal position of the shoot. This is the single flower, and it may be the flowers are present in umbellate clusters. So these are the two types of cymose inflorescences found in family Liliaceae. Then flower proper. Flower is bracteate. Flower is having a bract. It is bisexual, that means androecium and gynoecium both are present, male and female reproductive structures. Actinomorphic. Flower is actinomorphic, that means it is having radial symmetry. That means we can cut the flower into two equal halves by any plane of division. That is called as actinomorphic flower. Flower is trimerous, that means the floral whorls are in the multiple of 3. That is why it is called as trimerous flower. It is hypogynous, means flowers which is having superior ovary. Perianth of family Liliaceae. We know that whenever there is no clear-cut differentiation between the calyx and corolla, then the floral whorls, that is outer floral whorl, is designated as perianth, and the parts of perianth are known as tepals. So these tepals are 6 in number, 3 plus 3. That means they are 6 in number, outer whorl of 3 tepals and inner whorl of 3 tepals, that is 3 plus 3, often united into a tube and having valvate type of estivation. Androecium, stamens are 6 in number. They are also arranged in 3 plus 3, that means 2 whorls of 3 each. Polyandrous, that means the stamens are free from each other. Anthers are diathecous and basifixed. Here you can observe the diathecous anther, and they are basifixed, that means they are attached to the filament by their base. Then gynoecium of family Liliaceae, it is tricarpellary, having 3 carpels which are fused with each other, therefore that is called as syncarpus. Ovary is superior, trilocular with many ovules on axial placentation. So here you can see ovary is having 3 compartments, trilocular, and axial placentation means from the axis of the ovary the ovules arise, that is called as axial placentation. Then fruit of family Liliaceae is generally it is a capsule fruit. This is capsule, this is opened up capsule of gloriosa, and rarely it is having berry type of fruit. In asparagus there is a berry type of fruit, and seeds are endospermous, having a lot of or abundant endosperm, that is nutritive tissue for the growing embryo. Let us have a look on floral formula of Liliaceae. Bracteate, ebracteolate, without bracteole, actinomorphic, bisexual, P3 plus 3, that means tepals are 6 in 2 whorls of 3 each, stamens are 6 in 2 whorls of 3 each. Gynoecium is tricarpellary, syncarpus, bracket means syncarpus condition, and underline means superior ovary. Then floral diagram of family Liliaceae. So here you can see this is a bract, that means flower is bracteate. Then there are outer 3 tepals and inner 3 tepals, 3 plus 3, that is perianth parts are 6 in number. Then stamens are also 6 in number, and in the center there is tricarpellary gynoecium with axial placentation. Then economic importance of family Liliaceae. Ornamental plants in this family are tulip and gloriosa, etc. Medicinal plants include aloe vera, that is having purgative and strongly laxative properties. Vegetable, the roots, tuberous roots of asparagus are used as a vegetable. And colchicine, which is a strong alkaloid which is obtained from the plant Colchicum autumnale belonging to this family, and this colchicine is used as a mitotic poison. Thank you very much.